Hi, this is Ghalib Kamal, and I'm talking to you through my YouTube channel. And the topic that I'm going to talk to you today about is the conversion of Rosie Gabriel, the travel vlogger who was traveling through Pakistan to Islam. So she was traveling all through Pakistan on her motorbike alone, and now she says that she has been very much impressed by the hospitality of Pakistani people, and after meeting so many different people in Pakistan and seeing that how kind-hearted and how friendly they were, she has come to understand that Islam is the most misunderstood and misinterpreted religion in the world. And after this travel through Pakistan, she has come to find the missing piece of herself, that is Islam. And she has accepted Islam because of getting impressed by the behavior of Pakistani people towards her. But one thing that I have to tell Rosie is that as Pakistani, we are people who are always very friendly towards our guests, and we always show hospitality and try to be as kind to them as possible. This is our custom. This is related to our customs. It is not because of Islam. Even if you cross the border and go into India, everywhere you will see the same hospitality and kindness towards you. This is not because of Islam. This is our subcontinent culture, that we are very friendly towards the people who we consider as our guests. And any tourists or people who are traveling in our country, we consider them as our guests, and we try to be friendly and show them as much hospitality as we can. So as her conversion to Islam is considered, I think she does not understand what Islam is and how Islam deals with different things in life and how it deals with women. Rosie comes from Canada, and Canada is one of the countries which has the most strong women rights and laws, and they are empowered. I would say 100 times more empowered than the women that are living in Pakistan. So as far as Islam is concerned, I will read a verse of Quran that is from Surah Nisa. It's the verse number 34. Men are overseers over women, by reason of that wherewith Allah hath made one of them excel over another, and by reason of that which they expend of their substance. Wherefore righteous women are obedient, and are watchers in husbands' absence, by the aid and protection of Allah. And those wives whose refractoriness ye fear, exhort them, and avoid them in beds, and beat them. But if they obey you, seek not a way against them. Verily Allah is ever lofty, grand. So this is what Quran says about women. Quran says that women should be obedient to men. They are inferior to men. Men are their overseers. Men are allowed to beat their wives if they are not obedient. This is what Quran says about women. And Rosie is not aware that testimony of a woman in an Islamic court is half of that of a man. It would take two women to testify in a Sharia court on a subject matter. And let's say if a woman denies her husband sex, then the angels will curse her all night. This is what Islam says. Women have to cover from head to toe, because if they show off their parts of their body to other men, and if other men look upon them, then those parts will burn in hell. During the Taliban rule in Afghanistan, women were required to cover from head to toe. And if they did not, if even a finger was showing, then they were beaten with sticks by Taliban policemen. Women and men both were stoned for adultery in Afghanistan, though most of the times the men would run away and only the woman would be stoned to death. And if you look at Islamic history, wives of Muhammad, after his death, were not allowed to marry again. His youngest wife Aisha, who was only 18 when he died, never married again, though she was very young and could have married and could have had children and would have lived a very happy life, but she wasn't allowed to get married. So according to Islamic Sharia, a man can say talaq 3 times. Talaq means divorce. 3 times and the woman would be divorced. But if a woman wants to divorce a man, she would have to go to a Sharia court, and she would have to tell the reasons why she wants to get divorced. And then she would get a divorce depending upon the decision made by the Qazi or judge there. And during Islamic wars, women were made into slaves. They were raped, they were sold, and all manner of horrible things happened to them. And this has also happened in the present time, where Yazidi girls and Christian girls were made into sex slaves by ISIS and Boko Haram, and hundreds of men raped a single girl hundreds of times over the span of just a couple of years. So this is what happened with slave girls. They were subject to all kind of torture, and they had all kind of horrible things happen to them because of Islam. The next thing is, Rosie is a travel vlogger. She has been traveling throughout Pakistan alone with her motorbike. She has seen all of Pakistan. She was traveling here. But I asked her a question. Would you be able to go take your bike and travel across Saudi Arabia and go to Makkah and Medina and perform Hajj or Umrah? No, you would not be. Why? Because you cannot perform Hajj or Umrah, which is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, without a male who is a mahram or a relative, who should be a husband or a brother or a father. You cannot go alone there. You will not be allowed to do it. You will not be allowed to travel into the Islamic Holy Land alone and perform Hajj. So women have to be obedient to men. They have to rely upon men. Islam does not want them to be free. This is what Islam does to women. It enslaves them. It makes them handicapped. It teaches that women are inferior to men. They are not equal to men. So by accepting Islam, you are accepting that a woman is inferior to men, and women should not be free, and they should always be under supervision of men. So this is what I want to say today. Any intelligent woman should always stay away from Islam and save yourself from Islam and try to save other women from Islam, because how Islam subjugates women is beyond comprehension. Only from female genital mutilation to wives sold in the name of haq meher, those women will only understand that how horrible Islam is for women. Even thankfully, our Pakistani women are not as much suppressed as an Islamic society should suppress women according to Islam. So this is all that I want to say. I would see you in another video with a different topic. If you like this video, please consider commenting, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon that you don't miss any new videos and updates. See you another time. Bye-bye.